episode of the Deep Dive with Tranquility Clinic podcast. This is your boy, Manda Wagambata, and I visit Ushando Waganda. Today we have a special guest. It's not only a guest, but a special friend of mine, also a gospel singer, Abamazi Mbambizango, Khulekani Chilli. Putomkul.
Siyabonga amandla to welcome us here in the Tranquility podcast. Khulekani is in the house. I'm here.
Khulekani is in the house. Thank you very much for being here with us, Khulekani. Maybe let's start by asking who is Khulekani, because I think the viewers also would want to know about the Khulekani.
Khulekani is, I would say, is an innocent boy or a man now. I'm a man now. Who grew up with my single parent. My mom, I was raised by a single parent. My mom, she did a very good job. And I also grew up with my great-grandmom. So I grew up in a church environment. I'm the Roman Catholics, if I may say that. Yeah. So, I'm someone who fears God so much.
Okay, before maybe we continue, because in Uyaphuza you speak of the mother and the grandmother being there. Maybe if you could get a bit personal, or was the dad also around?
My dad was around, but not in action. Like he was doing his own things, but my mom had to say, I have tracksuits, it's winter time, I had socks, I had this and this, I've got breakfast, cereal and whatever. She did a very beautiful job.
Wow. Shout out to all the moms out there. I'm a single parent. We're saying Santanda Mama, and we acknowledge some of the great job that you do. Okay, so Khulekani is a gospel singer, right?
Yes, I am a gospel singer. I started my journey of music. I recorded my first album 2005 with Cool Sport Music Productions. People they know it's the biggest company in South Africa musically.
Okay.
I recorded my first album with Cool Sport, of which it didn't do well because I was the new kid on the block. Yeah. But the follow-up album, the song Genzeni Ndleni Kabanina, it went double platinum.
Okay, maybe before you continue also telling us about the album, I can imagine with most people about their difficulties into getting into the music industry. If you can share with us some of the difficulties you have experienced for you to get into music industry.
You know, in every success, there is a story behind.
Right.
That I know. I've seen it. When I finished my high school matric, there was this thing that kept on nagging me, saying, you need to go. But I will also ask that thing, where am I going to go? Because I don't know anyone in Johannesburg. But this thing said, I will make a plan for you. Go. I ended up taking my clothes and then I ran away from home.
Where was home?
I grew up in different, let me say, cultures. My mom, she's originally from KwaZulu Natal, but my granny, she's a Swati, umama kamamam.
Okay.
So my mom, it happened, which she grew up in Swaziland, So I did some of my education, higher education, and Matikulu in KZN, Ekingindlov. Okay, that is where I moved from there to Johannesburg. So I ran away and I took. Those days there was this buses, South African Road Link, the yellow ones. Then I found myself in a double-decker South African Road Link, and then here I am.
And how old were you?
I think I was 19, if I'm not mistaken. I was very young, 19 or 20 somewhere there. I was very young, but I told myself I will have to make it.
Wow, a 19-year-old chasing his dreams from a KZN to a Johannesburg.
Yes.
What are some of the fears now? Because like you said, you didn't know anyone. What plan did you have? Like, Buthembeni.
Hey, there was no plans, but I kept on listening to the voice that was saying, "Go, go, go! I'll make plan for you." And I depended on that voice. And when I landed in Park Station, and then I had no place to go. I stayed there on those metal benches.
Yeah.
Stayed there, and I had to lie to the security guards around there. I had to seriously lie. And when they asked me, "Why are you this late? You still here?" And then I'll say, "I'm waiting for a bus coming from Cape Town. I forgot the keys with someone there, but he's coming," because it's there. I'll lie. The next day, different securities. And then I'll lie. I'm waiting for someone coming from Durban. So I will keep on lying and lying up until there was this one day where these different shift security guards were in one shift. That is where I was.
They came together.
In a boiling soup.
So Khulekani, you're telling us that you actually spent nights sleeping on a bench, a Park Station.
Yeah. Nights, I think 4 to 5 nights, but there was a time when these security guards, they were in a one shift. They decided to, and someone said, but he said he's waiting for someone from Cape Town. Someone said from Durban, and then I was in, and then they had to kick me out of the Park Station. It was around 4:30 early in the morning hours. When I went around, there is a church there in Plain Street, Universal Church. That is where I saw this old woman that was doing fed cooks for the taxi drivers, because they wake up as early as 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
And tea. And then I talked to the woman, and then I asked the woman, "Where is SAPC?" Because that's the only place I knew which things are happening. And this old woman said to me, "Don't ever ask these young boys. They will take whatever you've got, but ask an older person." She said it's in pre-taxi rank there where you're gonna get taxis to Auckland Park. I didn't know that pre-taxi rank, and then I was still, when we were still having that conversation, because God, He does things in a mysterious ways. So when we were talking, someone was buying the fed cooks, and he overheard to the conversation. And he said, "I'm going to Honeydew." So the taxis, they go past Honeydew, Auckland Park. So I'll show him. Okay. And when we were in the taxi, we were going on. When we are about to reach SAPC, in that way, now it's that road. It's closed because it's between the rest of UJ and SAPC and UJ University. So it used to be Bantam Road. That's where the taxis will go, and then will turn around. Then you see SAPC. That's how it happened. When the taxi was turning around, I saw SAPC one to the billboards, and then I told myself, even if he's not telling me, I'm gonna step down, because this is SAPC. Luckily, he said, "This is SAPC. You go to Radio Park. That's where you enter in the Radio Park." And then I entered there. The first.
Okay. Wait. Maybe before telling us what happened, I'm concerned with it. Was the mother aware and the grandmother, were they aware that you went to Johannesburg to chase your dreams?
Sometimes our parents, Mandla, they want us to be doctors. They want, most especially, they want us to be this and that. Some of our parents, they don't understand about career wise, about how do you want things in your own. And then they wouldn't know, because I ran away. So I ran away, and when I got into Radio Park, boom, there is Metro FM, and it's a classy, the station is classy. When I looked through the glasses, I saw Glenn Lewis. I used to listen to him and Metro FM, and then I said to myself, "Oh, okay, yeah." I mean,
so that was your first time seeing a radio
personality. I said, "Okay, this thing is happening." And then when I was wandering around those days, 5 FM there, I saw Gareth. Was a 5FM radio presenter, and then I said to myself, this is the world that I'm looking for. The world of and then when I was in that state of being like overwhelmed, what is happening? The guys, they know, the old guys that they used to act in the generation. That time it was called Generation. Now it's called the Generation, the Legacy. That time it was Generation. I saw Katie and Capella.
Yeah.
And then I greeted these people, and they were talking back to me. How's it? Are you good? And then they were they were friendly to me. And then I said to myself, hey, really, I'm in Johannesburg. And then I started going around. And that the very same day, I went in SAPC. There's an underground. When you walk underground, and then you go to the newsroom. And then when I got to the newsroom, there's a canteen in this side. When I checked to the canteen, I saw Tennyson Lichete. Tennyson Lichete was a gospel gold presenter, Nozanele Mbogazi. And then I went to talk to him, and he gave me numbers. God, the legend, Vuyo Mkwena. And you see, God is connecting A to B, B to C. Yeah.
You know, your story is very interesting, and I'm sorry I had to cut you, but you know, I think there's certain questions that even the viewers would want to know, especially young kids who are also, you know, wanting to chase their dreams. You want to tell me, because they need to understand that it's always not been easy. Sacrifice needs to be made. But if I may ask you, along those 3-4 days, sleeping on my bench, going to SAPC, you moving around with your luggage.
Yeah, with my
luggage. You haven't had a part.
No. But there was a time, Mandla, where I could feel I'm smelling. I don't want to lie. I could feel what I am truly smelling. And then the very same day when I was in Auckland Park, they sing the Tennyson and what. So I walked around out of the Henley Studios. There is Netcare hospital there. Right. At the corner of E-Wall fence, yes, Netcare, I got a place where I think you couldn't just stretch that the whole stretch. So it was a small something. Then you can open and then inside there were 2 pipes like this. And then I told myself, nah, this is where I'm going to sleep. God organized for me to sleep here. And then with my luggage, I went there. With my bag, I used it as my pillow. And then I used to sleep like like an okapi, I would say, like an okapi. Little did I know, I'll stay there for 8 months.
No.
Going out, in and out, going to, but luckily.
Okay, Khulekani, please don't go fast on this.
Yeah.
You need to understand the whole story. Yeah. So were those electrical pipes or sewage pipes or just an empty pipes that you found there?
I think they were sewage somehow or water pipes. They were big ones, but they were like this.
Joint.
So the joint. So there was a space for me to sleep. That was my bed.
That became your place for how many months?
Going to 8 months. I was staying there, going around. There was a time I walked from Auckland Park to Edenvale, because in Edenvale there were EMI. Some people, they know there was EMI record company, what repair company, Brenda Fassi. You can name them. Letambulis, the Ringo Madlingos. You can name all of those legends. Some of them, they have passed on. I walked one day from Auckland Park to Edenvale, but I couldn't come back to my place where I was sleeping because my feet, they just went swollen, like I couldn't walk. I had to sleep in some bushes around there. But the following day I tried. and walked back to my home where I was sleeping.
So, but that didn't you make you feel as if maybe you made a mistake coming from KZN?
No, I didn't. That kept me going. There was this thing, Mandla, which I think if something is put into you, you don't have the audacity to go back. It always there's something that is pushing you. It's pushing you. The purpose is pushing you every time. So there were times when I'll feel I am not comfortable about the life that I was living, but God. Every time when I feel like give upping, God will push someone else into my rescue. And then there was the time when I went around the university outside, but there was a guy that is called Thaddeus. He's a Limpopo guy, a Tsonga guy, Changan guy. He called me, hey, come. And then I went there and he said, oh, how are you? And I said, I'm okay. And I introduced myself, and I never took it to the back seat that I want to be a gospel singer. In everyone that I met, I'm here not to do whatever, but I'm here. I'm a singer, and I'm gonna be. I always talk the power of tongue. I always, if I meet someone and then I said, they will ask people, what are you doing? Are you working? And I'm saying I'm a singer. Although I've never seen a studio in my whole life, but I will tell them I'm a singer. So this guy, he said, where are you living? And I told him the truth. I'm staying on the streets, blah, 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 blah. This guy, it's a godsend. He will take my clothes, go with them to Alexander. I was staying in Alexander. They wash them, iron them. I was eating now I helped him when he was offloading the fruits and that he was So also with you see this empty Coca-Cola empties we used to poke on top there for to make the fruits clean, or like to make them fresh. I was the man that was pumping that water into the fruits, that making them fresh.
And you get a reward after
then that. I would get fried chicken. What sometimes he will give me 50 rand and say, you'll see. Sometimes when I'm walking to the studios that I head off, went to the studios, and there was a time when people, the older people will remember Peter Clady, the old company, jazz company, where he was also a manager of Rebecca Malope. There was a time when I went there. Little did I know Bula Music, where Lundi Yamaha was in the same company, and Peter Peter Music, it was the same building but different A and B. So I saw that, and then it happened that I saw Rebecca Malope, and she was driving a BMW, a convertible one. I look at this lady, and I went to her and I told her, I wanna sing, and she said, sing for me, and I sang her song, the song that says, Moya wam, oh lalelu Jesuka, Moya wam, oh lalelu Jesuka, Moya wam. Oh lalelu Jesu Christ, mad lengoma mad.
And what was the response?
Yeah, you see, Rebecca Malope was dancing there. And Rebecca said to me, you are a professional singer. You will sing. God will find a way for you. And I was encouraged. You see, the words of encouragement, they change lives. That day, my perspective of life, I was changed. I looked forward.
I wish Mama Rebecca could actually see this and get to realize some of the things she has done to people indirectly.
So I love her. She loves me so much. And there was a time where now I wanted to tell her, but I don't have a place to stay. But there was this thing, but okay, they will think I'm a nyaupe, somebody, I will steal from their house, and then I kept quiet until one time when I was walking around Kemba Square and I went to 2nd Avenue, then I came across a church, St. Peter's Anglican Church. And then I saw some 6 guys, if I'm not mistaken, they were in a queue, and then they were given 2 slices of bread and oros, and then I queued. And then when I queued, and then that church was dominated with whites. So the pastor was Nigel Molink and the wife was Wendy. And then the wife was giving the bread. And then I asked Wendy, I said, can I sing in Sunday sessions? And they allowed me. I sang there. When I sang there, the whole church, they stood up. They clapped hands, and then I felt good. And then now, from the
So that was the first time you sang after a long time you've been here in front of people.
And that was a very beautiful feeling. You know why and they walked to the altar, the 50 and 50 and then inside I said to myself, you're not going to pass, devil. I'm God's property.
You are the winner.
In whatever that you do.
The 50s, the
100s. And then we continued. And then the second time I asked to sing, and this woman allowed me, I sang. There was Clive. Clive knows Ken Hycock. Ken Hycock is the owner of Cool Sport Music Production, Melville, 9th Avenue, Corner House. Beautiful company where Abum Zambia, Msawa, Dok Shebeleza, Olisen Shuping, Matlakala, Singimate were signed to that company. Nondando, there are a lot of big artists there. Then he took me there, and then we made a demo, and then they said, Babams, here is a contract. They gave me a contract. After 1 week, I signed the contract, and then every time in this music industry, when you sign a contract, there is a signing fee.
Okay, no, I need to get this. You signed a contract after how long you've been here?
In the process of the 8 months, I'm still on the streets.
Imagine.
Yeah, and then I signed the contract. Now I'm staying on the streets. If they say tomorrow morning you are wanted in Cause FM, and then I don't have a path.
You signed a contract while you're living in the streets.
That's God's work. And then God saw it's not going to be okay because now I need a place to stay. One Sunday, it was a Saturday, I asked before to sing on a Sunday there, yeah. It was a Saturday, late around 9, there was a rain. And then this rain, it was pouring. And then it got inside the way I was sleeping. I was very wet. Everything that I had, I was wet. And then the following morning, I needed to go. I went to the church. You know when you called like the whole night you were called, and when you try to talk, and then I was doing that, and I'm telling you, the other wife, I came there, I was choosing, or like I was wet, and then I was doing this woman said, what is happening here? And then I said, it is what it is. And then she said, it is what it is. What? And I said, it was pouring. I'm staying on the streets. I don't have a place to stay. I didn't want to tell you because.
But then you already signed the contract.
I got the contract. The contract went wet. You can't. Now the words. I didn't even sign the contract. The words were rubbed off. Hey. Things they happen, and God.
Hey, God is good.
And then when I got to the church, I had all the guards to ask them to sing because why? I was getting 1,500 and I went to them. And then there was this song that I sang that which the song? Bind us together, oh my Lord. Give us the power, oh my Lord. This is my story, this is my soul, praising my Lord all day long. This is my story, this is my song, praising my Savior all the day long. You see, I said, in between there was the and
the call was still there.
And they gave money. I was very happy. And then after church, they took me behind the church. They said, "This is the room. You need to stay here.
Wow.
It's got a bath. It's a bachelor life, but it's a one room. But there's toilet and bath, everything. But the only thing that you help us with it's you on a Saturday."
Yeah.
You clean the church, you prepare for the next morning, you mow the lawn, they gave me the machine, the storeroom, they showed me everything.
So you got refuge in the house of the Lord?
Yeah, that's what happened. God was always saying, you like, and I got there. And then I stayed there. These guys, it was the first time going to Spare, and this guy, sometimes in some mornings they will say, "We're going," because they didn't know how to pronounce Khulekani, because my other name is Linda. So they called me, "Linda, we're going," and then we going to Spare. We eating.
Total strangers.
Yeah, total strangers. Some people, God brought them. I stayed there, and then after I recorded the album, they gave me some check, and then when they gave me some check and that is when now I ran away from the house of the Lord.
Okay, so
that was the first mistake I have
so
ever done.
You're saying, because I want us to declare with this also with the viewers. So all along they gave you refuge, you stayed there, and after you recorded your first album, you got your first check. And then you decided that your place was no longer in that house.
Yes. Also, when we grew up in the rural areas, we didn't know about the fork and knife, you see. Sometimes I take the fork this side and then the knife. Yeah. Sometimes the knife this side. Yeah. Sometimes I will try and fork the potatoes, they fall down, I fork them back to the plate.
So
fork them to my mouth.
So how did that make you feel? Didn't you feel like you're not proud
but I thank God, because I didn't have pride, the ego. I was willing to learn.
Right.
And then I saw them, I looked at them, okay, they're carrying a fork this side, the knife this side, and then that's how I learned. And then God prepared me when now I was a star. There's the gala dinners of the Daily Sun. And then
learn
from there.
But before we get there, then you said when you said you left the house of the Lord, basically you ran away.
I snitched out of the house because I had money. So God gave me a place to be there. He organized everything for me. Now that I've got money, I thought I can do it on my own. I forgot all the good ways, the connection of A to B, B to C that God has done. And then I told myself, I put it on my head that I've got money. Yeah. I snitched out of, it was around 10:30 at night. I snitched out of that at the place. And then when you go to Kemba Square, the next to, there was a KFC. Now McDonald's is there, but there was no McDonald's at that time. KFC has been there. And then there are taxis. You know those taxis, the yellow thing that they put in written text. Makes the taxi. Yeah. And then they said to them, they must take me to town. They take me to town.
Now you are using Taxi.
Yeah, I'm going around looking for a hotel. I slept in a hotel.
But before that, Khulekani, how much do you think, if you don't mind disclosing to us, how much did they give you your first check?
Yeah, my first check, I think it was 300 and something thousand.
Imagine coming from the rural areas, ran away, chasing your dreams, get a refuge in the house of the Lord, and then get a 300 and something thousand check.
On top of that 300 and something thousand, as people they know, they watched it. Most of the people. Before that, there was the Nimrod Ngosi's Lotto show.
Yeah.
I would like to talk about that because people they saw it. There was the Nimrod show where you as guest. I was asked to be a guest there. I sat on the audience, and then my seat was number 48. There was the last seat, number 48 was the last seat. And then they were asking questions. You know the live lotto, when you think you know the answer, you hit that ping, and then you answer that. So they were asking up until they said there will be 3 people that will be competing for 300,000. And then we played, the 3 of us. We played, and then they said, okay, we're gonna now say the one person that is standing for the winning, and then we're gonna ask few questions, and then he's gonna win. Yeah. And then they said, seat number 48, you are the one that is supposed to come. You are the finalist, so come forward. So people were starting to check the seat number. When I checked,
48.
I was 48.
It was you.
I'm telling you. And then I went down the live lotto, the Nimrod live lotto. I went down there, and then they asked me about music, and I think they didn't know that I'm a follower of music. I love music. They asked me about Celine Dion. They said to me, does Celine Dion have children? And I said, yes. And then they said, how she got children? And I said, surrogacy. And then they said, what is surrogacy? I described they take whatever and do whatever, and then the egg and whatever. And then they said, there's a song that this woman sang before when she got his first son. And I said, yeah, I know the song. And then they asked me to say the song, and I said, the new day has come, the new day has come. I was waiting for so long. And then they said to me, yeah, you have won yourself 300,000.
Yo.
I'm telling you the truth. I reminded me Nimrod. I met Nimrod somewhere in the bishop show. They called me.
I'm a bishop.
I'm a bishop. I reminded him, and he said, "Hey man, I won that 300,000." I thought it was a joke. Also, they gave me a lotto cap, a T-shirt, a Buckley juice, a key holder, and then they wanted me to my bank details. I'm telling you, within some few weeks, the money was in there.
Your account.
Yeah, so I'm
from being a pro person that comes from the KZN rural areas.
And Martha, it's been from the beginning. God has been giving me money. It's just that the problem
you spend it
was the drinking, the bad
Speaking of that, using money unwisely. Maybe let's get to a point where you started now experimenting with alcohol.
Yeah, with alcohol, you see, when you've got friends, you have money, or some people, they now check you on television, they know you, you go to that particular mall, people, they recognizing you, they see you, and then now you start to have friends. And friends, some of the friends, guys, I just want to say it loud and clear. Some of friends, they don't come to you just because they want to be friends with you. Some friends, they like an orange. Do you know what an orange? Once you squeeze the juice out of that orange, it's no more an orange. It's something that you have to throw it away. So some friends, they come to one's life not because they love you as a friend, but they are sucking something. Once they suck that out, they throw you into the dustbin. That is what happened with me.
They squeeze the juice. They squeeze the money out of you.
And then 1, 2, 3, I found myself into living on the streets again.
From having the first 300 and something check, winning the lotto, selling the albums.
Yeah. And then the friends, I forgot about my son. I had only one son at that time, one kid. I forgot my son. But when times are come, I'll buy shoes, like put them in a box and post them to home. Even my son now, he's always talking about that. Baba, what happened between now when you were buying those things and then now you were only drinking, you didn't care about me? And then I told him, I'm a sick person, boy. I'm suffering the disease of wanting more. Once I start, I can't stop. When I don't stop, everything falls apart.
But what exactly had happened in a nutshell? You drinking and having to lose everything that you want to own.
Man, when they say the disease of addiction, it escalates, it grows, and it grows faster than green beans. If it grows faster than green beans. Within a twinkle of an eye, you thought you were drinking alcohol, but in a nutshell, you are inside the bottle. I thought I was drinking, but truly I was inside the bottle. I was drowning.
From 0 to 0.
Yeah, and then the newspapers, they Sowetan, Daily Sun, The Star, Isolezwe, Ilanga, they started writing about magazines, drum magazine, move magazine. They started writing about the heading that hit me, stuck into my heart. Now is when the heading, when they said Sowetan said from fame to shame.
From fame to shame.
That was I've never forgotten about that headline, from fame to shame.
And how did it make you feel?
I was very it made me want to drink more. I drank. There were some times where I regretted of being in limelight, like when I'm going to mall, people they are not talking about something good to me, but they are busy reminding me of the rubbish that I am. There was a time, I'm telling you the truth, Babu Kumbi was having a show in Standerton in Mpumalanga. So I was there, and then there was a woman. Because of the newspapers and all the likes, she came with my city. Yes, she came with my city. I was sitting at the front row. She came with the city and she said, I trusted you. I loved your music. She broke the city in front of
you.
Yeah,
broke the disc.
She broke the disc. That was painful.
Yo, and maybe in close, Anje, I just want to find out what got you to this position to say, I want a new way of life. I can continue with this life. I need to change. How did you get here? How did you find the Tranquility, or how did Tranquility find you?
Okay, there's a saying, you always say it also. Kuti, if you don't learn a lesson, life will teach you a lesson. Life taught me a lesson. I lost everything that I have, houses and cars. I'm not gonna mention the brand, but cars. I lost cars. I lost houses. I found myself from a double-story house. I found myself living in a shack in Chipistown. Chipistown, where this is how I found the shack. Someone bent into ashes. Bent into ashes, and then that's how I found the shack. I swept all his remainings and I rebuilt my own cocoa there.
You're saying this poor guy died in that shack, bent to ashes.
Yeah.
And you saw an opportunity that this is going to be my shack also.
And it's my room even today.
It's not a joke. I just wanted to know. So you swept all the remaining.
Yeah, I will sing the hands that there's no meat, but this person is bent.
You swept.
Like, yeah, it was. But obviously, I was under the influence of alcohol. I swept, and when the children, his children came, they thanked me because people they come and give nigelo on the pledge. Say, and then the children they took all the pledge because of I helped. They gave it to me. The 5 friends so that I went to Skolokoro. There's a tavern there, they call it Skolokoro. I went inside there and I asked them with the pledges and I said,
so you went to the shipping with the pledge, man.
Yeah, and I was telling the people I'm eating the dead man's money, or they gave me
Tell me, how did you feel? How did it make you feel having to go to a shipping while people knew what you were once and well-known gospel star? But now here you are stuck with them drinking the same prayer.
Hey, Mandla, it was difficult when people they loved my music. They followed me so much. There are people that they still love my music. Some people they will give me 2 rand and say put it in the jukebox and then find my song, the classic of all times, the song that gets in. I'll put it and play the song and imitate the song or sing along in the shipping, and then I'll get a beer. The last days before I came to Tranquility, that's how I got drunk every day. Sing along, they gave me 2 rand, I put there, I sing, I get a beer, I drink, I drink. But when I was drunk, now I'll sing and sing when I'm drunk. And then they give me they give me the 2 rand to put there and continue sing. I'll go there and put, there was a song that I loved before Brenda Fassi, come to say, and they will be waiting for my song, and then I'll be singing, come to say, baby, oh, come to say, and then they will know what this guy's drunk now. He doesn't want anymore. Or sometimes I'll put something that they never thought of. Do you still remember me? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But it happened that Tranquility came and rescued me. Thank you so much, Tranquility.
Maybe we can talk about that. Yeah. What had happened? What actually happened? Yeah. And how did you feel that day?
When you guys came, much I love Tranquility to come and take me, where the first time when you entered the Sheikh's main gate, I tried to run away. And then there was a voice. When I was behind them, the sheikhs, there was a voice that said, "But you've been looking for help. You've been asking, but I'm here, and now you're running away." That's why I came back. I came back and I said to you guys, I'm not going to give you any fuss and whatever. I don't want to say whatever you want. No. And then you asked me, you briefed me, and then I said, I really need this. This. And then my sister was there. She was forever crying there. She was saying, I thank God that you are saying you also need this. Boom, we landed in 132 in Linden.
In fact, before you continue, I think we should, because of time, we should invite you again, because I feel there's so much that you didn't tell us, in terms of the very same passing of the sister who wrote to you what you love and how that made you feel, things like where were your parents and how did they feel having to witness their child?
Amandla, what I've learned into the passing of this and that. Sometimes I'll also want to talk to people at home. If you are standing in a way, like I'll make an example, like the inheritance fight and what. Sometimes, if you are standing in God's ways for God's plan to be fulfilled, God will do anything for you. Some people they die not because they deserve to die, it's because they're standing in a way for something. If kumele kufe umuntu ukuze ukuthi icebela uNkulunkulu lisifezeke kuyokwenzeka. So this thing of my sister dead, God said, you need to see this show. She watched the show. She got to hear her, and she said, you need to write to this show. And then she did that. The Uyaphuza. And then after that, I came to rehab. I stayed for 5 to 6 weeks. And then when I came out, the very same Tuesday that I came out, they made a big party. They were drinking. People they were drinking. I didn't touch alcohol. She bought me expensive things because she was married to a white guy from Algeria, which they were drinking like it was nice. People they were drinking there was meat, there was everything. That was Tuesday. What God gave me only Wednesday and Thursday. With Friday around 9:05, this person died. Just like that. So I'm saying if God's plans they are far hidden. They are far hidden. God knows.
So what is it that Tranquility has done for you, and what is it like now in your life?
There's so much things that Tranquility has done for me. They are countless. They are very countless. And I would like to thank God for Tranquility, for Gibson, to go through alcoholism and feel that pain. Because if he didn't feel that pain, Gibson wouldn't think of
Gibson
opening.
Being the CEO of Tranquility.
Well, he wouldn't think of opening a rehab to help the next person. But it's because of what he went through, what he experienced, that said, but I'm now okay, I'm saved, but I need to alert other people there is life after this thing. You can arrest this. So I like to thank Tranquility, of which the meaning of Tranquility, it says peace. So I'm at peace. I'm happy whatever that I have, with whatever that I have. I thought I will never ever drive in my life. God has provided me with my little daughter. I love him, and the only thing that I can see, I'm telling you in this postcard, I'm telling you, Mandla, I'm telling everybody, God wanted to see me. Am I able to take care of that? There is big that is coming. I'm telling you, people, they will be saying, this guy said it, and I'm telling you, it's like I'm prophesying, but I'm not. I'm just taking it. I'm just taking it. There is big that is coming in my life, and as well as that's something that is coming for my life. I will never. That is why there are TV shows that I'm currently doing, I'm presenting and whatever. I always tell those guys, but if you are saying I must come Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'm not gonna make it, because I'm sticking with Tranquility. So because I'm still a baby, I need to find my feet. I need to stand on my ground, and some of them, they understand where I'm coming from. I cannot just let go of Tranquility, because this is my home. This is where I found people that they told me, we love you. And some people, they hugged me. Outside there, when I was on the street, people, they didn't want to get even a centimeter next to me, because I was smelling. I was this and this. Some people, they say I was this kind of a bastard that left his talent and he's drinking alcohol, blah, 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 blah. But I'm telling you, Mandla, in every situation at home that you're in now, sometimes God puts you in a situation.
In fact, please, I was about to ask you, what message do you have to the viewers?
In some situation that God is putting you, sometimes it might be that situation that God wants you to see. You think these people around you, they love you, they don't. There are some lessons that we learn from that. Some people, you think, it's safe. Sometimes when we plastering a house, the sand is put in a safe so that it can be refined softly. So when you put it in a safe, you do it like this, and then Also, God put someone in a safe. When God is putting you in that safe and He's doing like this, you feel like you're hitting the walls. You think God is not for you. Sometimes God is removing the very same friend that is next to you that you think is your best friend, and then it has to be hard. You need to hit then and then so that this somebody can be removed. There are things. A tennis ball, Mandla, it will never bump a tennis ball, but it needs to hit down. And once it hit down, it goes there. Even guys, some other things that are happening in life. A pot. I always talk about a pot. A pot. Whether you put it, you make a fire on the ground. You in a handicap or in a plumber stove, in whatever. The pot. It understands whether you put in what kind of fire. It understands. No, I should not worry because it's not me that is being cooked, but something that is inside.
I think you also guys heard stories of Khulekani Chilli. And once more, thank you very much for being part of this podcast. Thank you very much for giving strength also to Abalaleli Betu. They might be going through what you have went through. To say it's not over until it's over. That when people put a full stop in your life, God always starts a new sentence. We need to stick to what we believe in, regardless of our circumstances. That it's not going to be easy, but it's going to be worth it.
Like you can come and convince me and say, what is your God doing? You're a big artist, you're driving this, you're doing this. But because when you don't know, you will talk. But I know where I'm coming from with my God. I know what thick and thin that God has took me through. I know exactly what God is always there for me. And I'll never let go of the hand of God. I'll never, because once I let go of that hand, that will be my coffin going down the grave.
Once again, this is Tranquility. This is your boy, Umandla Wagambati, and we're out. Thank you very much, Cookster.
Hola.